I always want to make this video where I talk about the things that happened to me growing up. The problem is, for one, it's not one event, it's several. And when you get to the point where your memories make mistakes and they run into each other, it makes you question what you remember or what you've been through. And maybe it's from, people invalidating your feelings and experiences, saying that you blew them out of proportion. But here are some things that I know happened without blowing them out of proportion. I went to this lake with my family, my sister, my mom, and dad. That was my family. And me and my sister were out in the water. What started out as just playing escalated within me. Maybe not to her understanding, but people always want to roughhouse me. My sister liked roughhousing, so she was trying to say, how long can you hold your breath? I'll hold your head underwater. And the problem is, she rapidly put my head under the water. She wouldn't let me breathe. She barely even let me talk and say, hey, I need to breathe, take a break. And it's not, I guess I was mentally ill in some way, because a lot of the times when people say, let's do this, let's do that, I'm just ho-hum and I go along. I'm not, it's not even to say that I'm a polite guy, I just, at what point do you maintain that politeness? At what point do you actually cause them discomfort because they're causing you discomfort? I ended up screaming and yelling at her after I was underwater for a good while, flailing. Because at first I was minding my own business. So take a pause, okay? What happened is, I was going under the water and doing flips. And then she comes up to me and she says, how long do you think you can stay underwater? So, I remember the first time I went underwater, she wanted to stand on me or something like that, and I remember I started tapping on her. Maybe she wasn't even trying to roughhouse me, but I started tapping on her. I had to come up for air. But, after that, whether she was having fun or not, she started name calling me. She called me a fun sucker. Is that name called? Probably not. But I couldn't breathe. I lost all of my energy. My entire body was sore. The only thing I didn't do was taste water. That's a lie. That's a lie. I remember the saltiness of it, but it didn't go down my throat per se. It got in my mouth, because when I was struggling to get back to the shoreline, I couldn't lift my head much out of the water. I couldn't move my arms much because I was so deprived of air. I was surprised I even made it back, because there was turbulence in the water, which made it difficult for me to break through it. And this is coming from someone who used to do a lot of swimming. I don't go swimming anymore. But I had surprising strength. I've always had surprising strength to everyone. And I've never felt, to this day, that kind of body fatigue, lack of muscle or control. And then my parents wanted to yell at me because I was raining on everybody's day, because I was cussing and I was swearing and I was angry. And so they thought they had to punish me, even though I felt like I was literally drowning. Probably would have taken, I know I'm just in a different state of mind than others, or at least I was, because no one else is gonna get to that point where you can barely lift your arms and you're probably 50 feet away from the shoreline. So I've got other problems. It's not just this. But consistently around my problems is people don't listen to me. They don't think I'm actually in a bad situation and that I'm blowing it out of proportion. I'm making a mountain out of a molehill. And it's disregard. It's lack of warmth. Neglect. The way I'm treated. Maybe it's the way I interpret the way I'm being treated. But that's only one thing that I'm able to talk about. And it's taken me 7.5 minutes just to talk about it. Anyway, I hope you have a good day. As far as knowing if I'm okay, I'm not drowning now. It's raining. And when it rains, I like to be home. I like to be in bed. I like to be sad all day. But I'm in the parking lot at my job, and I have to go make money. So